Now at 10, local art is on full display at the 10th annual Joplin Arts Fest. Plus, kids at the Columbian Elementary School in Carthage learned a lesson from some international students. And bargain hunters make their way to Fort Scott, Kansas for the town-wide garage sale.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Art and artists converge on the annual Joplin Arts Fest tonight. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Anthony Saviello. The event featured local artists and the cultural community of Joplin and the surrounding area. There were also fine artist booths, live performances by local artists, food trucks, and so much more. Event organizers hope the festival serves as a way to introduce new people to the world of art.
Can provide a lot of things for the people who are creating it, in addition to the people who are taking it all in and enjoying it. And so it could just be a really good way to introduce people to things they've never been introduced to before.
This marks the 10th year for the event, but only second time at the Cornell Complex. Joplin Arts Fest continues tomorrow from 10 a.m. in the morning until 5 in the evening. We'll check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney for a first look at weather.
Well, unfortunately, we do have some showers passing. Well, I guess it's a good thing. We've been pretty dry for the last couple of weeks, but right now out in Joplin, mostly clear. Temperatures in the mid 80s, but it still feels like the upper 80s because we have a pretty high humidity thanks to the showers that passed earlier today. So we're looking at a few of these storms that are moving into our northern counties. You can see out in Wichita, a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. Not in our area as it moves in. Kind of dropped in severity, but Yates Center, Iola, Garnett, Burlington getting rained on right now. Chanute, Fort Scott, Mound City, Butler gonna get some rain in the next 30 minutes or so, and then we've got a few more isolated storms popping up just south of Wichita, and those are going to continue into our states as well. But I'll have those details coming up.
All right, Lindsay, thanks. Students at Columbian Elementary School in Carthage had an opportunity to take part in a culture fair today. International students from MSSU taught the elementary school students about their customs. The MSSU students taught the kids things about their home country, like foods, clothes, and the language.
So we have several families who provided dishes representative of their culture at school today. After our event, we are going to taste test all of the different dishes of food, and they are individual to each classroom depending on what families decided to bring. So in my classroom, we will have pupusas today, as well as some tamales, hot dogs, chips.
The elementary school students got to learn about customs from Saudi Arabia, Nepal, Ukraine, and Korea. Over 200 people can now call themselves United States citizens. The Fort Scott National Historic Site hosted a naturalization ceremony for the new citizens from 57 different countries. Those who were naturalized were also given the chance to register to vote. One new citizen says it's been quite a journey.
I've been renewing my green card for the last 15 years. And honestly, this time I feel like I want to be a part of this election. I think after 15 years, 20 years of me being here, I learned a lot how to participate in the society.
The oath of allegiance has led to American citizenship for more than 220 years. It's a very special day for fans of Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit series in Joplin. September 22nd is Hobbit Day, celebrating the shared birthday of Bilbo and Frodo Baggins. But the Joplin Public Library decided to celebrate a little bit early. The library has themed crafts, games, and activities based around the popular series. The event also served as a great way to bring new faces into the library.
Honestly, we love sharing the wonder that is the library. Some of our older patrons already know about it, of course, but getting all the new faces in is always lovely, and getting to see all the cool stuff that's happening here.
The library has celebrated Hobbit Day for several years now, and they plan on continuing to do so in the future. Bargain hunters from across the 4 states made their way to Fort Scott today for the annual fall town-wide garage sale. Hundreds of items across dozens of neighborhoods made their way out of closets and attics today. Local businesses also got in on the event by advertising and offering deals and coupons on upcoming events and new offerings. This two-day event wraps up tomorrow at 5 p.m. The Missouri Department of Conservation is hosting a native plant sale in Joplin this weekend. The event's at Shoal Creek Conservation Education Center. People can buy native plants for their landscaping needs during this time. Vendors will also have advice about the plants you buy.
Yeah, so this Saturday starting at 10 a.m. we're having a native plant sale, which is exactly what it sounds like. You can come buy all these native plants, and for a plant to be considered native just means that it occurs here in Missouri naturally, and so that makes it really beneficial for a lot of our pollinators and wildlife. So it's really good to plant native.
The native plant sale at Shoal Creek Conservation Education Center runs from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. tomorrow. If you're looking for events in the 4 states but don't know where to turn, we've got you covered. Just scan this QR code and go straight to our events page on our website. Find fun family events in the area anywhere, anytime. KOAMnewsnow.com/events. We've got a full slate of high school football action tonight. John, Brock, and the whole KOAM sports team bring you another edition of 4 State Friday Night. That's coming up. But up first, the Joplin Humane Society says it's dealing with an influx of dogs in the area. A volunteer with the Joplin Humane Society released a Facebook post saying they had an influx of animals that arrived at their door, particularly dogs. KOAM's Lonnie Wilton has more.
The husky mix that fell into a sinkhole, and he has found a new home. We did have some puppies that were abandoned up front, and that did not go well.
Kelly Cruzen is a volunteer at Joplin Humane Society. She says there's been an influx of large to medium dogs left throughout the community. But the biggest question is why?
We really don't know. You know, a lot of people move. They can't take their animals with them. You know, it's just a lot of things. What they need to do is call and talk to us. We will do what we can to help them.
On the bright side, Deb Likett, also a volunteer, says she does various activities in the community to support animals.
I helped out with the fireworks stand, raising money for the animals. At that time, it got the animals back to their owners after the fireworks went off.
Likett and Cruzen both say, just like many others, animals are a way of life.
I was a farm girl, so we had all of the animals. I've been a coon hunter, so I have lots of dogs and everything. So it's just a way of giving back.
I always had a passion for animals. I love them.
But if you dare say the word snake...
No snakes. I draw the line at snakes.
Reporting in Joplin, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Cruzen says that many people may not know that the Humane Society vaccinates as soon as they receive an animal. She went on to say puppies are also in need of foster parents as well. A little later, it's a big night for area football. John kicks off the latest edition of Friday Night Football in just a few minutes.
But first, we'll talk about the storms that we've got coming in tonight and through the rest of the weekend. Well, we've had a few showers earlier today, and those shower chances continue right now. Taking a look out at Indigo Sky Casino and Resort out in Seneca, Missouri. Not a lot of rain chances going on out in Seneca, but if we move up into the northern counties, we're going to see some rainstorms moving through. So if you take a look, you can see Yates Center, Burlington still getting some few showers, but the stronger part of that storm is now hitting Garnett and Iola, and then it'll continue to move out to Fort Scott, Mound City, and Butler. So we've got more rain showers behind that line of storms, and you can see just moving east of Wichita, those storms are going to continue probably more north, Emporia, Burlington, maybe hitting Eureka, but a few more showers and isolated thunderstorms are going to be pushing into our southern counties as well, which we'll take a look at here in just a bit. Now, as it moves into our area, severe threat diminishes quite a bit, but we are going to still see a few showers and thunderstorms continuing until the early morning hours on Saturday, and then another round Saturday night. But that cold front doesn't move through until Sunday, so temperatures are still going to be in the upper 90s. 95 out in Joplin, but surrounding counties still up to about 98, 99. It's still going to be pretty hot, unfortunately. And if we take a look, we're going to be able to see that cold front move through on Sunday. So you can see temperatures upper 80s, about 90 in Joplin. And then there's that cold front line. Wind shift line is a little bit further south, but where those temperatures actually drop down to 77 in the 8 center, so nearly 10 degree to 15 degree drop after those storms pass. Now, as we move into Monday morning, temperatures are going to be in the mid 50s for overnight low, looking pretty good. Now, they even out after that through the next week, temperatures about average, but we've got to wait until Sunday for that cold front. Until then, we're just getting these scattered shower chances. You can see through 11 p.m., these storms are going to continue to push in and kind of spread out as it moves in. So falling apart, but we're still going to get some widespread showers, especially, in Kansas and in our Missouri counties, not quite in Oklahoma or Arkansas. That's not coming until later on into the week. So we see these shower chances continue, maybe some stronger parts as we get into the overnight hours on Saturday, about 3:30 a.m. But as it passes, most of these showers and thunderstorms are going to be cleared out by about 9, 10 a.m. Temperatures warm back up to the mid to upper 90s again tomorrow. Still some clouds across most of the area. And then we're going to see a few more showers start to pop up, maybe in our eastern counties as early as 6 p.m. tomorrow. But really what we're seeing is that the strongest part of that storm is going to be moving just north of us, clipping some of our western counties, Yates, Center, Burlington, those areas. But most of these strong storms are going to be in Kansas City through Sunday morning until we get to Sunday night. Here's that wind shift line. And then temperatures are dropping as we move into Sunday night and then through the rest of the week. So as we move through the afternoon hours on Sunday, that's when we're going to start to see those pop-up storms along that boundary. And some, again, could be strong to severe. We've got a low threat for those strong storms. Those scattered showers continue until Monday morning. So we're looking pretty good through then. A lot of rain chances, and we need it. We need the rain. We could get about an inch, maybe an inch and a half by the end of the week, maybe in some areas even up to 2 inches. Now we've got more rain chances in the forecast a little bit later in the week, but we're focused on the weekend, rain, and the drop in temperatures.
I'm okay with the rain. We've definitely needed it.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thanks, Lindsay. Well, Lindsay and I are getting out of here, so we can turn it over to John and Brock. 4-State Friday Night Football is straight ahead.
You're watching 4-State Friday Night, proudly sponsored by GN Bank, Crockett, Sticklin & Sticklin Law Firm, and Macco Builders.
Hey, welcome into week 4 of 4-State Friday Night here on KOAM. The 2024 high school football season is flying by, and we get you started, as always, with our game of the week. Tonight, that's a battle between 3-0 Nixa and 3-0 Carthage, two of the best teams in the Central Ozark Conference and the entire state of Missouri. There we go. Undefeated Nixa on the road, undefeated Carthage trying to defend its home turf. Tigers get the ball first after a couple of first downs running the ball. Brady Carlton's first pass attempt off his receiver's hand and intercepted by Nixa. Now the Eagles march right into Carthage territory, face a 4th down and 6. Quarterback Adam McKnight is going to scramble for it, but he gets gang tackled short of the line to gain. Turnover on downs. Next Eagle possession, still scoreless. This will change that. McKnight airs one out. His receiver Wyatt Vincent wide open in the end zone. It's 6-0 Nixa. We go to the second quarter. Eagles threatening again. McKnight on 3rd down throws a screen pass to Vincent. There he goes again down the sideline, and he's in for another touchdown. Nixa just too much for Carthage to handle tonight. Tigers pick up their first loss of the season, 34-14. Elsewhere in the COC, Neosho is having a special start to its season. Wildcats are 3-0. That's the first time they've done that since 2016. They're at home tonight trying to get to 4-0. It's a packed house tonight in Neosho. Homecoming for the Wildcats. They welcome in the Waynesville Tigers. Opening drive of the game. Cade Spiva takes the handoff and he hands it off to Denver Welch. Welch dodges multiple defenders, keeps his legs churning. He crosses the goal line. That's a touchdown. 7-0 Neosho. Next Wildcat possession. Spiva on the move, completes this to Boston Patterson. Patterson stays on his feet, refuses to go down, eventually gets pulled out of bounds after a huge gain. That leads to another Denver Welch handoff. He steamrolls his way into the end zone. That's his second touchdown of the night. Neosho up 14-zip. We go to the second quarter. Read option here. The pitch goes out to Welch. He makes some moves on the defense and is loose again. It's a hat trick for Welch. He scores his third touchdown of the first half. Neosho cruises the rest of the way. Wildcats are 4-0. They beat Waynesville 42-20. Another COC game for you. It's Webb City and Ozark. Week 1, it seemed like business as usual for the Cardinals. They took care of Lebanon. A couple weeks later, though, Webb City in an unfamiliar spot, having lost 2 straight. Webb City at home, trying to snap a 2-game losing streak, taking on Ozark. Game's tied at 7, less than 10 seconds to go till halftime. Ozark inside the Webb 5-yard line, calls a quarterback draw. Peyton Russell tries to get across the goal line, but he's stuffed by the Webb defense. Tigers trying to spike it and save a field goal chance, but the snap is fumbled. Then time runs out in the half. We go to the locker room tied at 7. In the second half, same score, Ozark takes a shot to the end zone on its first possession. Anthony Cordell makes the catch, and Ozark, just like that, leads 13-7 on the road. Webb City trying to get back into it. Jackson Lucas runs the triple option, pitches it to Isaiah Tella. Ball gets knocked free. It's picked up by Ozark and returned for another Tiger touchdown. Ozark stuns Webb City at home. Final score 20-14. Cardinals drop their third in a row. Now to the Big 8, East Newton at home against Mount Vernon. Both teams come into this one at 2-1. Mount Vernon starts the game off in control of the ball, and when they get it near the goal line, a tough run by Braden Dodson. He pushes across and in for a touchdown. Mountaineers grab the early lead. East Newton tries to make up some ground with a big pass here. Will Eichelberger finds his receiver, Caden Youngblood. That'll move the chains. Patriots still driving. Again, it's Eichelberger dropping back to pass. Finds Virgil Rosieri. He's quickly brought down, though, after moving the chains. East Newton doesn't make it on the board until the second quarter. That's where we pick it up here with a nice run by River Enlow. He gets in and scores, but Mount Vernon does not give the Patriots much time to celebrate. Once they get it back, quarterback Gavin Johnston finds Coy Felton for the third Mountaineer touchdown of the night. They keep the pressure going after that. Mount Vernon runs away with it 48-6. And as we head to break, here are a few more scores from around the area.
You're watching 4-State Friday Night, proudly sponsored by Sticklin and Sticklin Law Firm, GN Bank, Crockett, and Neosho County Community College.
Friday night, we showed you a bunch of action from around Missouri before the break. Now we go to Kansas. Frontenac is undefeated, trying to stay undefeated on the road at Riverton. Let's start at the beginning of the second half. Raiders kick off to start the half, and kicks picked up by Riley Greer. Picks up just a few short yards for the Rams. Next play, Rams toss it out to Noah Parker. He zigzags around the backfield, reverses fields, but gets not much there. About 11 minutes left in the third. Cale Forbes finds Aiden Witherspoon. He picks up a huge gain down the sideline, call it about 20 or 30. Ball gets turned over, though, to the Raiders, and Brock Weimers hands the ball off to Dominic Riccardi. He had a big night rushing the ball, picks up a Raider first down. We go ahead. Weimers again drops back, finds Jaden Houghton, has enough room to take it into the end zone. Raiders get their first points on the board in the second half, and they blow out the Rams tonight. Final score 47-8. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh taking on Labette County. Pitt with a big lead in the second quarter, and Labette County trying not to stay too far down after they get sacked, regroup, and then Labette County quarterback Aaron Wyrick drops back, fires to the end zone, and Barrett Heastand makes the grab with the defender right on him. First points of the game for the Grizzlies. The Dragon offense, though, not to be outdone. Its next drive, Malcolm Riley gashes the Grizzly defense for a first down. Then Carson Nicholson drops back, finds Connor Profit in the end zone. That's caught for a touchdown. Dragons lead 42-7 at the half. Pittsburgh defends its home turf and then some. Purple Dragons win big, 55-21. Over to Oklahoma, Quapaw wearing its blue and red jerseys tonight for Native American Heritage Night, taking on Commerce. Kalen White takes the handoff here. He's stopped behind the line by a couple of Wildcats. Then we go ahead. Grayson Shelton rolls out to his right, finds his receiver. That's Brody Jones. He takes it into the end zone for a Commerce touchdown. Quapaw, now it's turn. Jace Gregory takes the snap here, drops back to pass, throws it. It's almost picked off, but it falls to the turf. Then Caden Porter takes the handoff here and just refuses to go down at the first contact. Gets a first down. Then Porter later hits Austin Lake on the screen pass. Brought down for a loss, though. Last shot for Quapaw on this drive. 4th down and 11 near the end zone. Porter scrambles, tries to find somebody on his right, throws and it's deflected, but Quapaw gets its first win of the season tonight, 22-21. That's all the time we got for you in this edition of 4 States Friday Night. As always, though, we've got a lot more highlights and scores from 40 games across the area. That's in our 30-minute show, Press Box on Fox 14. Gets started later tonight. We hope you join us for that.